In this episode of the PBD Podcast, host Patrick Bet David interviews Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida. The conversation covers a wide range of topics, including DeSantis' accomplishments as governor, his stance on the Israel-Palestine conflict, the state of the Republican Party, and his potential presidential ambitions. The podcast begins with Bet David praising DeSantis for his leadership and the positive impact he has had on Florida. Bet David explains that he and his family moved to Florida because of DeSantis' policies and the state's business-friendly environment. He also highlights some of DeSantis' victories, such as keeping Disney World open during the pandemic and attracting businesses and entrepreneurs to the state. The conversation then turns to the Israel-Palestine conflict, which Bet David describes as a disturbing issue. He questions whether Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, is using the support of the United States as a get-out-of-jail-free card to pursue his own agenda. DeSantis responds by stating that he believes the Israeli public is disenchanted with the government's handling of the conflict and that they view it as a mistake. He emphasizes the need for Israel to protect itself from threats on its border and rejects the idea that Israel is manipulating America for its own gain. The discussion then shifts to the state of the Republican Party, which Bet David describes as being in a civil war. He identifies three factions within the party: the anti-establishment faction, the establishment faction, and the Rhino, Republican in name only, faction. Bet David asks DeSantis whether he sees himself as a unifier or a revolutionary within the party. DeSantis responds by saying that he is both. He explains that he has fought against the Republican establishment and delivered results for the people of Florida. He believes that the party needs someone who can unify Republicans and attract independent voters in order to win elections. Bet David then plays a campaign video from DeSantis' first run for governor, in which DeSantis is portrayed as a Trump supporter. Bet David asks DeSantis what happened between him and Trump, as there seems to be a division within the party. DeSantis explains that he has always been a conservative and fought against the Republican establishment before Trump ran for president. He acknowledges that he received Trump's endorsement in his first run for governor and that he worked hard to support Trump's re-election in 2020. However, he also points out that he won his re-election by a large margin without Trump's endorsement, showing that he has his own base of support. The conversation continues with a discussion of the COVID-19 pandemic and the need for accountability. DeSantis criticizes Dr. Anthony Fauci and the CDC for their handling of the pandemic and their failure to provide accurate information to the public. He emphasizes the importance of holding people accountable for their actions and promises to do so if he becomes president. Governor DeSantis continues by addressing the issue of loyalty and how he feels betrayed by individuals who attacked him just days before his re-election. He expresses his disappointment in those who prioritize their own interests over the greater good and emphasizes the importance of teamwork in achieving political success. He then talks about his communication with former President Donald Trump and the possibility of running for president in 2024. He explains that he did not have any conversations with Trump before deciding to run for governor, as he was focused on his re-election and implementing his agenda in Florida. He believes that he is the best candidate to lead the country and bring about an American revival. The conversation then shifts to the topic of leadership, with Governor DeSantis being asked whether he sees himself as an alpha candidate or a flag carrier candidate. He asserts that he is a leader who blazes the trail and makes the decisions, rather than carrying someone else's flag. He believes in the importance of taking a stand and pushing forward to reverse the decline of the country. The discussion then turns to the upcoming debate between Governor DeSantis and Governor Kristi Noem. The host questions the timing of the debate, suggesting that it may have made more sense a year ago when they both thought Trump and Biden would not be the final candidates. Governor DeSantis explains that the debate will provide an opportunity for him to articulate his message and cut through the noise surrounding legal issues involving Trump. He believes it will be a good debate for the country and an important opportunity for him to express his views. The conversation then delves into the topic of abortion and Governor DeSantis' decision to enact protections for unborn children in Florida. He explains that the 6-week mark, when a heartbeat is detectable, is a significant milestone in the development of a fetus and believes that life should be protected at that stage. He acknowledges that there are exceptions in the legislation but emphasizes the importance of strong protections for life. Governor DeSantis is then asked about his marketing team and their approach to branding. The host expresses his opinion that the marketing team has missed opportunities, particularly with the promotion of Governor DeSantis' book. Governor DeSantis acknowledges that he did not have a dedicated marketing team for the book and was focused on his responsibilities as governor. He appreciates the feedback and acknowledges the importance of promoting his accomplishments and message effectively. The conversation continues with discussions about Governor DeSantis' favorite music, movies, and sports team. He reveals that he enjoys classic rock and country music, with the 80s being his favorite decade for music. His favorite movie of all time is Rocky, which he relates to as an underdog who has overcome challenges. The podcast concludes with Governor DeSantis' thoughts on why he enjoys politics. He believes that politics provides an opportunity to have a positive impact on people's lives and make a difference. He shares stories of people who have expressed gratitude for his leadership and the positive changes he has brought about. He emphasizes the importance of hard work and the American dream in achieving success. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.